So hello, Bongai, and thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate you doing that. How are you?
Thank you, Donna. I'm well. Thank you for having me.
Good, good, good. So we've recently just wrapped up doing the Burn Bright program together, and you've very kindly agreed to share with me and my audience how you found that. So first of all, let's kick off. Just give me a sense of what's it been like being on the Burn Bright program. What's it been like working with me?
It's been absolutely amazing, and I mean it. It's been a great experience. I think having someone to speak with every month to just point out the few areas in your life or just introduce new concepts, new principles that you can look at has been absolutely life-changing for me. I think sometimes, all you need is someone to come into your life and say, have you considered this? Here's another way of looking at things. And I think for me, that has been absolutely a great delight working with you and in these sessions. Yes.
Lovely, lovely. It makes my heart sing to hear that. Thank you. Yeah. And so tell me a bit more about what was going on for you prior to when we started working together. What was life like? What was your legal career like? What was happening that made you think, I'm going to reach out and speak to Donna?
Yeah, I think for me, things were kind of out of balance. I really was struggling in my work life. Not to say anything was wrong with my work life, but I think balancing my work life and my personal life was and I think being in the lockdown and working from home, that didn't really help. You don't know how to set the boundaries. Your home is your work. And I really felt a sense of, overwhelm, if for lack of a better word. And I remember, attending the one of the Ben Bright conferences that was being hosted by the Women in Law organization, and I just joined during a lunchtime to hear Donna speak. And for me, I was like, oh, maybe there is something that I need to do to change the way I'm working, because I was constantly tired, working late. But if you assess the whole workload, there was no reason for me to be working late, but it's just a mismanagement of everything. So that's where I was before.
Lovely, lovely. And what would you say has been the impact of doing the Burn Bright program with me? What's different now from where you were before we started working together?
For sure. I think the first thing has been a self-awareness. So an ability to see the problem, because sometimes you don't see the problem. You don't know it's a problem until somebody points it out to be a problem or an area of issue. So I think self-awareness definitely is one of them. And I think my well-being in general has improved through the program. We've done a lot of sessions where we're looking at prioritizing ourselves and valuing ourselves. So I'm definitely in a much better place, more self-aware.
Great, absolutely. And just digging into that a little bit deeper, what would you say have been the 2 or 3 most significant changes or improvements as a result of our time together over the last 6 months or so?
Absolutely. So the first one I'd say is definitely I value myself more. I think when I look back, you kind of lose your self-worth in a bit. You are just working, you don't consider yourself at all, and you're serving others all the time and never serving yourself in a good way. So I realized that I am a person of value. I need to value my time. I need to take care of me, prioritize me in certain aspects, even things like booking annual leave here and there, just for no reason, just to, not have a holiday to go to, but just to rest and enjoy. So I think definitely that's number one. And number 2 is definitely self-confidence. There are certain things in my life that I hadn't achieved at my age that I possibly should have achieved earlier, but then I didn't just have the confidence to dream or to even think that the impossible could be possible. So there are areas in my life that have massively or drastically changed, things that I've achieved, things that I've attained that I didn't think I could at the beginning of the program. And I think the third one I would put in as well is self-management. I think now I'm able to manage my life much better, to have better routines that would help me succeed or put me in a good stead to succeed.
Yeah, absolutely. I know when we finished the final session last week and we were reflecting back on where you were in session 1.
Yes.
And I loved that you shared with me that things that we journaled on in that first session, there were some of them that you wrote down, and you were honest. She was like, I wrote them down thinking, this is impossible. I'm never going to get this done or achieved. And then when we met up last week, it was like, those things I wrote down, I've done them. They've happened. And, it is that shift from that mindset of thinking things are impossible and things will never change to that belief of actually that I can make these changes. It is possible. And you are proof of that, which is just absolutely wonderful to see.
Yes, absolutely. It's great. Yeah.
So if you were to speak to another junior lawyer such as yourself who was aware of me, had heard of the Burn Bright program, and they were like, I'm not really sure if this is going to work, what good is a couple of sessions with a coach going to do? What would you say to them if they were in that place?
Yeah, first of all, I would say I've been where you are, skeptical and not believing, I guess, that 6 sessions over a period of 6 months would make any difference to you or to the life that you have. But I would really strongly encourage you to, or encourage that person to think again, because from my experience, the value that you get from the course, it's not quantity as such, it is quality. Those 6 sessions, they might look like just a few sessions, but the content in them are so valuable that they are life-changing. When I reflected on doing this course at the end, I thought there's a transformation, as it were. Things have changed for the better. Principles that I learned in the course that maybe I knew, but never really understood them in detail, but having someone to explain them to me and having to apply them into my own life and see the change that come out of that, I don't think there's any value to it, to have things that are transforming like that. I think so. Yeah, please think again. It is, I'm a testimony. I was exactly feeling that way, skeptical, but now I come out as a believer.
Love it. That's wonderful, Bongai. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the time you've taken today, because as I'm sure there's a lot of lawyers out there, a lot of junior lawyers out there who will be sitting there thinking, this is not going well. This is not what I was hoping for my career, but I don't know what to do. And I know that your words, your insights, your testimonial will help them to see that there is help and support out there for them. So thank you for taking the time today.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you for all your help. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And I look forward to catching up with you again soon.
No problem. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.